all stupid.
Oh, we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I hope
But
I
I think people out there was no like, not, it was just kind of like, fuck it, you know.
I know you're like, here we are.
I'll do it. Hang on. There you go. Are you
And
happy?
we're back. Hello again.
Was that it?
It's like working with two bloody. I'm not doing the full 30-second countdown. You were complaining that you never see it properly.
Oh, yeah, whatever. You've never
Fuck it.
lasted 30 seconds in your life. Go.
Welcome to episode 14.
Now, we've been doing this for 14 weeks.
Well, we've done it for 16 weeks, but we had 2 weeks off at some point. So yeah,
We deserve a week off.
Any donations? Don't mind.
any patrons? We'll set one up. We'll
You'll
do
be
it.
surprised what I'll do for money.
Yeah,
Oh, to be fair, no, you won't.
I want plastic surgery for this bit. So if anyone wants to give me money for that, feel free.
To be fair, you were talking about that before we came on, weren't you?
I do. If I had the money, I would. I'd get liposuction sucked out of my ass or my belly and stuck under my eyelids.
I think you look lovely the way you are.
It's hard, babe, but you know what? I'm looking at it and I look tired and I'm not.
I think we could all do with some plastic surgery.
If you've got any rich,
She's
people
not.
on here who want to pay for it, feel free.
Well, Ian could do with a hair transplant for his
No,
beard.
He can grow a hair.
Yeah, but you can't grow a beard or a mustache. That's one thing you can't do.
Oh, I can grow a mustache, I just don't like it because it's grey and it just like you look like a fucking weirdo.
Do what Thor did and just
What a weirdo.
dye it. Just dye it.
Dye your mustache.
Yeah, dye your mustache.
What
Chris
Thor
Hemsworth
did?
He did for the first Thor movie. He dyed his beard and his mustache, but it reacted badly, so he didn't do it from then on.
I didn't know that. But I didn't like him in the last one where he was dead fat.
Not your godly.
Yeah.
Well, it ruined the fantasy. I ain't into chubbies.
I'll work out for you, babe. I'll be okay.
That's all right then.
God help me.
Oh, I'm not working out for anyone. God no, I don't
Shows.
like anyone that much. Shut up.
Okay.
At least we can say though, we have got the bodies of gods because we've had the body of Thor.
As he's gone chunky.
Yeah, so we have had the body of a god.
Can you just say I'm not that chunky?
Oh,
Just the camera got weight on me.
whatever.
I put a little bit of beef on. I'd say my stomach. And I'm trying to watch what I'm eating, but you know, when your hubby keeps coming out with cakes and crisp and God knows what.
See, I know what he's doing there. He's getting you chunky so other people don't look at you, and you're all his then. I can see the psychology of what he's doing.
Do you know what he could be doing? He could be one of those people who gets paid to feed someone up.
Oh,
Maybe
Well,
that's what's going on with you.
Well, if he's getting paid, I ain't fucking seeing any of it.
You need to
it's
search
all
out
on the
for some, you need to search your house for some hidden cameras.
Fucking hell. I'd hate to see what they'd find in our house.
Ghost
Oh God, no,
ghouls
don't want
and
hidden
whatever
cameras
else.
here. It'd be so wrong.
Fucking hell, they'd be like, fucking hell. I mean,
Stuff that
people
goes
would-
on in this flat you don't want to see.
To be fair, nothing goes on in our house. I just piss the neighbours off because I sing all day. And I can't sing to save my life.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm not answering any of that. I'm leaving you to it. How are we? Both? Since we're like 4 minutes in and we haven't asked how each other's are.
We're alright.
Are we actually on? Because I'm getting a message off somebody saying, "Are we on yet?"
We are on. I'm
We're
literally-
live.
I'm watching us as I'm watching us.
Oh, that's just creepy. Well, I'm watching us.
Like,
What else do you think?
I'm just looking at you on the screen. It's all good.
It's all good.
Right then.
I'm
How-
doing my
how-
every.
this is the
you then, Damon.
See, this is the thing
How's
I like.
How are you?
I'm all right. All weddinged out and ready to chill.
Oh, did you go to a wedding?
I did yesterday
And how was it? Was it all socially distanced? And
in the church. Yeah, in the hall we were all right. To be fair,
were you allowed to dance and shit?
well, we had to finish at 7:30. We're going back in September for the night do because restriction because you can actually dance and like do properly.
That
It's
was
an excuse to get drunk twice. I don't care. That's how I'm
oh
seeing
well, all right then.
Oh, yeah, you can't complain about that.
There's the positives.
it. Yeah, exactly. Get drunk, dance.
The only negative about it is that somebody has to get married. Oh, boo. Yes, I'm bit.
Sorry,
Whatever.
Mister. I've had many multiple partners with weddings and whatever.
Oh, but you know what?
Brilliant.
I don't have a good track record with weddings. I remember going to one, some fellas that we worked with, and his missus was coming down the bloody aisle. And she heard me say fucking hell. She could have shaved her fucking lip.
I didn't know the skate was that short. But,
How well did that go down?
Well, to be fair, they stuck me in the corner, like behind the wall, and they didn't feed me.
it's like the scene in Dirty Dancing, isn't it? Nobody sticks baby in the corner. Come here, Mark.
Oh yeah, I got shoved round the corner behind the wall so no one can see me or hear me.
I get that anyway. It doesn't matter what I say. It just seems to naturally happen to me. I'm the one in the church stuck behind a pillar.
That's because I warn people about you. That's why you get stuck behind the pillar. Just don't let him in any of your photography shots. You'll see Satan behind him.
Listen.
Wrecky pictures. Don't you shake your head.
Do you know what? Ian is lovely. He's nothing like that. He's not like Satan. I'll stick up for you.
Thanks. Appreciate that. So, are we talking about anything else tonight? Or just having a general babble?
We can have a general babble. I know Martin was talking about the masks situation, which has been announced that on the 19th of July, masks are gone and preference only.
Now, is this definitely happening, or is there another one where you think we'll get to about 3 or 4 days?
No, it was announced, and it said if all restrictions go ahead on the 19th, then that's one of the restrictions that's going is the masks.
So it's still
if we go ahead with it, yeah. If it actually goes like, yay, we're free, then yeah.
I can't wait to stop wearing these fucking masks, to be fair. I'm fed up of leaving the house and then go, fuck, I've got to go back in and get my mask when you're halfway up the fucking road.
Do you know who I feel really sorry for? Ian.
Well, I do, to be fair, because he won't be able to swear at his customers. No. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. I'll have to remember that one, though, to like, realise that people can't even know what I'm saying.
But I can't wait to get rid of them. They're doing my fucking head in.
It's got to the point now where I think every one of my coats has got a mask in the pocket. Just so I know if I put something on, I've got a mask.
Oh, I just keep binning them to fucking do my head in. And then horrible little black ones that make your fucking ears come out look like fucking Scott. Because they're so fucking tight. Swear to God, we're all going to have cartilage damage when we're older. Because of the fucking mask.
We're all going to develop like sticky house ears.
Exactly.
You used to get skated about at school. But,
we're all going to
it's your best Prince Charles impression.
They fucking do my head in. Swear to God. But I do think. But have you noticed the light everywhere now, all over the fucking streets? That you see the fucking when you go down the like beach, they're in the water. It's like, do you know what? Fucking bin them, you dirty bastards.
Do you know what I was?
Just learn to fucking bin your stuff. It's the same as throwing rubbish on the floor. You don't really tend to do that unless you're a fucking meth.
Yeah,
so
true.
Don't do the same with a mask. You're never that far away from a bin.
No, exactly.
It's just how you're being dragged up, though.
That is true.
Although,
I'll be glad to. I don't know if we're going to be going back to normal.
No.
Oh, just think of all these people that have been making these masks. All these manufacturers.
I know. Send them back to China because they're all the ones fucking wearing them still, aren't they? But then again, it's like the norm in China. It's like wear face masks in there because they have all the smog and everything. And yeah. So.
Oh well. I'll even see enough of them so they can buy all them.
I will give this the due though. Have you noticed while wearing the mask during the winter or not, you never caught a cold or you never caught like a bad chest or anything because they had the mask on constantly. So there was a few pluses.
Yeah.
And they did hide some really ugly fucking faces, to be fair. So there was another one.
If anyone has any opinion about the mask, please leave them in the comments and help us. All you
We're
six
not saying that everybody needs to wear a mask, regardless of whether or not
you're ugly or not.
Are you gonna keep your masks for an extra little bit while, or are you just gonna completely go done, not having it?
I ain't doing it. They're going. As soon as they can say we're not having them, they're gone. I will gladly walk into work and I'll be like, look at this face.
You know what? I'm not going to throw them away though, because I can see just in case shit goes silly again. I'm not buying them all again.
No. I don't buy them. I got them from work.
There's your declaration to work.
Hey, fucking
P45.
Listen, if anyone from Matland's watching, I take them from reception. They're left there for all the other fucking foreigners, so I'm fucking taking them. There you go. Fuck yeah.
They're there for a reason, and you're putting them to good use.
Exactly.
As you do.
Yes.
How have we been following the football? Anyone? I know neither three of us are football crazy people.
Are we still
so
in?
I'm gonna take the general consensus as a no, we haven't followed it.
Listen, I would rather dig up me nan and do that than watch football.
I don't know. Are we still in?
We're in the semis.
Oh, it's always nice to have a semi.
Exactly.
That's all I've seen on Facebook. I'm getting a semi on Wednesday. As in finals.
Is that what that meant?
No.
Yeah, that's because they're playing on Wednesday.
Oh.
And you'll see all the Facebook thing on Thursday. Fuckers.
Fucking not coming home.
Do you know what? To be fair, I watched it last. When was it on? Was it Wednesday? No, last Tuesday. And I was expecting them to really get trashed against Germany.
What was the score on that? I didn't even know.
2-0.
This is how much I follow it.
I know. This is how much. 2-0 to England on Tuesday, and then they beat Ukraine 4-0 yesterday.
They're doing all right,
They're doing all right. They're surprising everyone. God help if they mess it up in the next 2 games.
So how many games have they got to play before they win?
2 games.
Is that it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got the semi and then the final.
You got the semis, and then the final is, I think, on Saturday.
Does that mean that
Sunday,
it's over then?
It's over after Sunday. It's over.
Oh,
I think it's Sunday.
That.
Don't quote me on that, but yes, we're still in. For once, England isn't letting us down.
I mean, if I have to hear that fucking song one more time,
play to them.
Throw me win.
Do you know what I haven't heard? The Vindaloo song.
Yeah, there's always something.
That's the only one I've not heard.
I haven't heard the Vindaloo song.
I haven't heard it. Not this year, anyway. I've not heard it yet.
I've heard the fucking Baddiel and Skinner about 1 billion times already.
Friggin' Heart Radio's got a remix of all of them. all you hear at 5 o'clock is, we'll play this song again because everyone loves it. No, we don't.
No, not really.
No, we don't.
Then again, it's either football or Wimbledon, isn't it?
Fuck. You know what? I don't understand how anyone can sit there and fucking watch it. It bores. I mean, you know what? Everyone's each their own, whatever floats your boat. If you're into it, you're into it. But my God, it bores the fuck out of me. I mean, I got told off last week because my younger brother's partner's aunt, she put, come on, Tim Enman. I commented, I'd rather come on my husband's face, thanks. I mean, she is a woman of 68 years old, to be fair. But
yeah, that was probably a bit of a shock to them.
Yeah, maybe not give her that response.
She put this shocked face emoji. She was just like, And then my brother rung me up and he was like, what the fuck did you put that for? I went, she put come on Tim Edmonds. I said, I'd rather come on my husband's face.
What do you expect when you put something like that out there?
Exactly.
I can't follow Wimbledon. It's just grunty, whinging, whining people.
Yeah, why did he make that noise? Ugh!
I don't even do that during sex.
It's like when you go to the gym and you hear all of them, when they make all the fucking bodybuilders and they're grunting. And I swear to God, it puts me right off and I fucking laugh. You see them go, ugh! Ugh! I'm like, fuck me, it sounds like a gay fucking porno in here.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone.
I wouldn't know either. Sorry.
Well, let me tell you, it does.
No, don't tell us.
No, I'm saying not in curiosity, whatever. What? I don't.
To be fair, the England thing kind of wants to bring it on to, because there was something I saw on Politics Live, and me and Ian have had this discussion all the time, and we've had
Politics Live.
It was Tuesday. I was isolating. My dad had it on. I have no choice of the remote. It's my house, and I have no choice of the remote. But it was on, and they were talking. They actually were making some valid points. They were talking about, because I always look at, and I always say this to Ian, like, as much as we take the mick out of the Americans and stuff, the one thing I do love about them is how much
they're very patriotic, aren't they?
Yeah, how much support and how much patriarchy they have for their country, and they show it, in ways that we as well don't.
Yeah, unfortunately,
but that just goes to show how fucking great Great Britain really isn't.
Oh yeah, but even just England, like, I don't mind like the Union flag, like you see that like on the police stations and everything, but like England flags, you see Scottish flags everywhere, you see Welsh flags and Irish flags. You never see an England flag unless it's football related or rugby related.
But that's because you'd have.
Can I just interrupt before we carry on this one? Wish all our Americans are happy Independence.
Oh, happy Independence!
Oh yes,
it's the 4th of July today.
It is.
Yeah, that was I doing. I was just checking the dates. I was like, oh yeah.
Well, happy 4th of July, anyone from America. But that's the thing. I think the same. But you can't. You've got all these different nationalities that have come to our country, and they say it's racist for fucking flying our own country's flag. But yeah, if you come to our country, you should live by our laws. I mean, if we went to your country, like say, I'm just fucking putting it out there, like the Middle East, I'd have been fucking flung off a fucking building or stoned.
Yeah.
So, fuck off back to your own country if you don't like it.
I mean, if you leave your country because you've been persecuted or your life's in threat or whatever, I understand that. But if you just come over and migrate to a place, surely you've got to fit in with the laws and rules of that country.
Yeah. I mean, because we've got to fit it. We've got to abide by their laws. So why can't they abide by ours? I mean, as you say, I do totally agree. If you come to our country for whatever reason, and you know what, you pay towards your taxes, you're doing a job, whatever, you're not eating no one, you're not taking off no one, you're putting into the NHS. Because I do know there's a girl from our work who's come from South Africa. Before she was allowed to take her citizenship, she had to pay, I think it was $4,000 to the NHS. So, which she told me, and I was like that. So, if that's what they're doing, fair play. I get it. You know what? I'd say, come do what you want, as long as you're not eating no one, and you know. But you get these radicals that you hear about it every so often, don't you? Saying that, we're racist. It's like you can't even have a fucking Christmas nativity play because it upsets someone's fucking belief system.
I mean, whatever you do is going to upset someone, and part and parcel of most of this is the fact that if you don't agree with something, it's waste time screaming about it and causing all kinds of offence. Be a fucking adult and just accept it.
Yeah, canal.
I mean, it is in America now, and I kind of feel sorry for them in a way, because a lot of there was a thing I was watching on YouTube about someone going on about that. They agreed with like what the American dream was, where if you go to their country, you can aspire to be whatever you want, as long as you work for it and are prepared to do the hard work for it.
Yeah.
Which now, because there's things there at the moment going on in America, which it's where like the American dream is like frowned upon. It's sinister. It's all big corporations and shit like that. And it's not. It was just there. I believe that the individual can improve themselves if they want to.
Yeah. But then again, I think it's. But a few years ago, until they capped benefits and all that, these people were just coming over here and getting given anything. And our country's just like, there you go, have it. And the people who generally do need it, they've got to fucking bend over backwards and go through means tests and just to be get given an extra fucking 20 quid at the end of the week.
It did seem to be like that, didn't it? Where to tick government boxes, it was kind of given to them more freely and easy.
Yeah.
Where if you were in this country and born and brought up here, they kind of made it harder.
Exactly. I just look at my poor dad and say, he had to live on benefits. He couldn't work because of his health. But he did work, for a good number of years. He paid his taxes. And you know what? The things that they asked of him was ridiculous. Mm. And then you hear all these other stories and now it's this, I don't know, it's PIP, is it? You've got to fucking jump through all these fucking hoops just to be able to say, oh, and if you don't get accepted on PIP, then you're fucked. What do you do? Yeah. Universal credit, which is what? God knows what? It's fucking shite.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue.
I'm going to draw it back.
Go back to the flag.
I was going to say, I'm going to take it back to the flag because you've got a tiny little bit off topic and swung a little bit right somewhere.
Go back to our flag.
Yeah.
How are you, like I said, like America and Canada, where they've got flags on displays, households have flagpoles on the porches and everything. Why do you think we don't do that here? Why are we not celebrating it as much? Why are we not, proud of where we are and where we come from?
Because people keep moaning and tell them to take them down.
Yeah, and a lot of the times it's the councils telling individuals you can't have that flag up because it's upset someone.
Yeah, I'm sure. I read that the other week that, as I say, because of the England, some fella decorated his house in he had English flags flying, he had English bunting, and yet the council told him to take it down because it was offensive.
Yeah, which is
How
stupid.
does that work?
It's because it was seen as being a sign of racism, and I don't understand how your flag of your country that you want to put up makes you out to be a racist. Surely everyone should be, right, not so much say love your country, but grateful for your country and what it's done. Because as much as people moan and bitch about this and that one, you've got a lot of freedoms here.
Exactly.
A shitload of countries don't have.
And this is what I said last week.
You can go out and arrange, once all the lockdown's done, you can arrange a march against something you feel against. Where in other countries, you haven't got a fucking hope in hell.
Exactly, as I said. I'm getting flung off a building or fucking stoned or, having people making my family put me to death because, it goes against everything that their country believe in.
Is that your stump being a noisy dog then?
It's the dog.
Okay.
Like I said, perfect timing. Anytime I'm doing something, perfect timing. Sorry, Mark, go on.
I do think, as I say, I think people don't fly our flag just because, as I say, the council, they come and tell you to take it down.
Yeah. Or you're scared of being seen as being some kind of, for some reason, a racist.
And I do think that people...
stigma attached to it.
So why then
the race card too easy?
So why then is it acceptable then when it's football related, and then it can't be accepted when it's general everyday? So why have we got that difference? Why is it seen as great when we've got football. Everything seems to be acceptable when it's football.
I think because there's too many fucking people when it comes to the likes of England, I think, and football, there's so many people from all over the country. They all come together as one, don't they? So if you were to have a big, say, oh, well, you can't fly your flag, then it'd cause a major stink.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's a little bit more.
Say, lucky enough, we get into the final. Could you imagine if they put a ban on having the flags being flown anywhere? There'd be fucking uproar.
Exactly.
And rightly so, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. If I could, an award, I would have a flag somewhere.
Because I think you should be proud of where you've come from.
Yeah, totally.
What do you think of when you first see the England flag? What's the first thing that pops in your head?
I don't know. I don't really think of it.
I'm asking you now.
I think that's the thing.
I just go, oh, it's a great big red cross.
Are we talking about the Union flag or
no? The England flag, St. George's Cross.
Just the red flag.
Just the red.
I don't see it as a big red cross. I don't see it as anything. Don't see it as being racist.
Yeah. I think that's the problem. We don't see it as a symbol for anything.
Yeah.
Is that because we've not used it enough? Because if I asked you what you think when you see the Irish flag, which you see everywhere, because for me that flag is unions, not unions. People coming together. Because if you ever meet an Irish person, you're always the friends in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So for me, like that flag is always like bringing people together and having a good time. Whereas like when I look at our flag, it's just like I want to say I'm proud. I want to say I'm happy to see it, but because you don't see it, you don't have that meaning towards it as you do maybe with that Irish flag or something like that.
Well, it's a little bit off topic with the flags though. It's like celebrating likes of St. George's Day, St. Patrick, St. David, and I'm running that up. My mind's gone blank.
But we don't celebrate St. George's Day, though, do we?
No, because it seems to be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can.
But we're all right celebrating the other unions.
In work, like as I say, in work we used to do like different nationality day. Like say if it was Patrick's Day, you put like an Irish theme on. If it was like say 4th of July, we'd put like American thing. But when it came to St. George's Day, it was nothing. We couldn't.
No.
Because
it's kind of weird how our own patron saint and our own flag is frowned upon.
Exactly. It is weird.
All right, say using others.
But then again, I don't really, as Ben asked him to think of, I don't think of the flag or I don't really look at it and think, oh, I'm proud of that or I'm proud to come from there. Because I am, because I'm glad I'm English. I'm glad to come from Britain.
But I think that's part of society, isn't it? And the social way it's being portrayed and the way, to be honest, the way we've been brought up on that one with the way society's dictating the outlook of that. Which does need to change.
Yeah. Which one would you say you associate yourself with more, the Union flag or the St. George's Cross?
I do like the Union flag, mainly because
I like the Union Jack.
Because of it's all of us together.
Yeah, I like that.
It's as you were saying there, if you meet an Irish person within 7 minutes, you're the friend. It's the same if you go to Scotland. They're that way as well. And I think a lot of, not everywhere in this country, but we're similar, especially Scousers. You go into a pub in Liverpool, within 5-10 minutes, you're chatting to someone.
Yeah. And then you're scared to get stabbed.
No, not at all.
Just bring us down, why don't you?
Oh, it's all over the news. I mean, in the last week, I've heard about 5 shootings. Yeah. One dead. I mean, one lad got shot on Thursday. Another lad got shot on Saturday in Crosby. I mean, I heard of someone getting shot last week. I mean, poor lad on Thursday got shot 3 times in the chest and died.
Yeah,
and and it's again, it's pointless deaths for nothing, and I don't understand what it's for. And then I heard that, like, again, and going, I probably do keep going back to like the whole gay. There's been loads of gay bashing in town over the last couple of weeks. Another lad got attacked last night.
Do you think that's anything to do with the month in special, with it being like Gay Pride? It's kind of brought out people's reactions, or?
I don't know, because then I was reading another article. There was a gay pride, like a pride monument or something, or a pride plaque thing that was, and people had graffitied it in St. Helens, calling us for all the gay cunts under the sun and stuff like that. I just don't understand it.
I think, to be honest, I mean, this is going off the flag thing.
I know we're going off the flag thing.
I think we're, politically, the way we're going at the moment, we're reversing in history.
Oh, God, yeah, we're going backwards, totally.
I mean, I was watching something earlier on where a fella was going on about, there was somebody in America instigating that they wanted segregation in parks, drinking fountains, colleges, buses. And he basically turned around and said, we're going back to the 1950s, 1960s.
Exactly. It's fucking ridiculous.
It makes no sense, and it does bring up, you will get resentment and you will get idiots overreacting.
But that's the thing. But then you can tie that in with the whole flag thing, because then people are prejudiced against our flag, as you say.
Yeah.
For the exact same reasons, because they're what? It's stupid. And if we could all just live and love and get on with things, we'd be all
just say something there.
What?
Look at that. There's the flag. All right, it's on the garlic, but I've got the flag.
At least you know before you die, you're going to see your country flag.
Yeah. That's getting buried with me.
Oh, God, no, I'm not telling people what your
you want in your coffin.
Do you know what? We'll leave that for another day.
Oh, that's going to upset people. Do we all be wondering what happened at my funeral?
Have you actually planned it?
No, but I'm going to be the SOB who's got to do it.
How do you know you could die before him?
Oh no, I've wrote it in my will. This is the way I want it.
You know that scrap a piece of paper on the back of his door.
Yes, no.
Now, if I for somehow outlive him, which I most probably will, looking at him, bloody hell, look at him.
Hey, you never know.
I don't like that. You fucking won't.
Hey, you said you're going to die by your 60s, so it's fine.
Oh God, yeah. I don't mind.
I keep saying me 40s. That's fucking next year.
Oh, no, please don't go. Please don't go. We don't want to contact you through our other means.
You can imagine me coming through you on a Thursday night.
Going, it's all true.
I just want to move slightly over. We're talking about death, to be fair. And I know we're not royalists. Well, yous aren't. I'm not really, but just... Oh, sugar. Kind of got to share this one because it's a monumental birthday for this lady this week. Well, last.
Oh yeah, she's 60.
She would have been 60 on the. Is it the 1st of July?
The 1st of July, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know she shared the same one as my mother. What do you think she would have been like if she would have still been here?
Oh,
what would you think?
It'd be hard to say because you don't know because. Yeah. You'd only ever seen really 2 sides of it anyway, didn't you? Let's face this, it was always prim and proper, or she was...
Bit of a whore.
Yeah, to be fair. She put it about a bit, didn't she?
Well, let's be honest, I mean, she was just as bad as Prince Charles. They were both as bad as each other.
Exactly.
I mean, both of them, to be honest, both of them do their really good bits for charity, or she did.
Yeah, I mean,
and so does Eve. A lot of it, I don't know. I'm not
I'm not a big fan of the
Like I
royal
said,
family.
I know we're not royalists, but it's kind of a bigger topic in the news this week. And
Do you know what though? But why is it? Why has it got to be a big fucking topic in the news? I mean, granted, okay, she died tragically. Get that. Loads of people die every day tragically, but you don't see them fucking splashed about, and I just don't get it. I mean, it's sad. I just don't like the royal family. I think, do you know what?
I mean, I
Get rid of them.
understand why when she was alive, she did all these good deeds, and fair enough. But she's not the only one that did that or does that still.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be a big thing because, oh, she was Princess Diana. Big fucking whoop.
Plus the fact, I mean, keep it personal to her family.
Yeah.
Why
It's like us.
out there? I mean, at the end of the day, our views and our point of view about this lady mean fuck all.
Yeah.
It's how her family think about it and treat it. That's more important. Some fucking randomer off the street going, "Oh, I love Princess Diana." You never fucking met her, you prick. What are you going on about?
Fucking crying. It's like fucking people crying.
It's like
Fucking
these
Philip
ones when
died.
you see them when like a film star passes away. I feel sorry for the family and friends.
Yeah, totally.
But these random ones on the street in tears.
Oh, let's. My
I
sister-in-law.
don't get it.
My sister-in-law, when Michael Jackson died, she went into mourning for a month. She cried her eyes out for months. Like she personally knew him.
Yeah. The only worst thing about that one, shares in Vaseline dropped. Just saying.
That's me. Just like, why? It's like, okay. It's like, who do I like who dies?
Sorry, Bernard. What was that?
nothing.
No, but
there's got to be a few celebs that I've liked that have died, and I've gone, oh, that's sad. But I wouldn't be getting all fucking upset about it. It's like I didn't know the woman, so it's like, and I know I'm going to sound really horrible here. I feel for people. I do. I feel for the families, but if it doesn't affect me, I don't really care. If I know you personally, then that's different. I'm like, I'll be crying with you. I'll be holding your hand. I'll be fucking asking you, do you need anything? But because I don't know them, it's like
I don't know how you can get emotionally over that one. Yeah, it is as you say. I don't know you.
I know I'm going to dig myself into a hole because I know I'm asking you two, and you're not the most, PC people. And
no,
are you sure?
But can we get rid of Princess? Can you get rid of her now? Because it's kind of bugging me.
What?
Can you get rid of her picture?
No, I'm going to leave her up there. I'm going to leave her up there.
Why?
Just to annoy you now.
But
it's taken away from us.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah. That's not a bad thing sometimes.
So go on then. Ask us what you were going to ask us.
The Royals weren't exactly popular before she came around. Okay? Just hear me out.
Okay.
So they weren't exactly as popular as they are, now. But I know for many people, she was kind of that bridge between, seeing the Royals in a bit of a different light. And I don't want to ask it because I know what answers I'm going to get. I don't.
Go on. You need to. You've got us hanging.
I just want your perspective on, her kind of bridging that gap of like getting more of a human touch to the Royals, whereas like before that, you just seen them as like outsiders and people who like they have everything done for them and everything. Whereas she kind of, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, she kind of bridged that gap of like normal life.
Are you trying to say she was kind of like an ordinary person thrust into that type?
I know she came from a good family background, but I'm just saying like people connected with it in a way that they haven't with other Royals, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
I get that. She was a lot more human. She had more compassion than what you're seeing from, say, the likes of fucking Fergie, Andrew, fucking Philip, whoever. She had more compassion. I'll give her that, and she did do a lot for. But
no, I understand what you're trying to say there, where
I'm
she
not-
was
but
more
she didn't come.
relatable to the common person.
Yeah, but she wasn't a common person. I mean,
That's
have
what
you seen Elsa? She was fucking born in. She's not common. She's
No,
fucking,
she's not common, which is what I
she's
said.
fucking
She's
blue
not
blood.
common. I never said she wasn't. She isn't common. But
She's just
having that relatable personality and having that openness to let people in, kind of, and being relatable.
But do you think then that marriage was more arranged for that reason rather than
what?
the two meeting?
I don't think it
I
was.
think it was. I do. I think it was
See,
more a
I've
marriage
watched-
of convenience.
I have watched it, as I say, because Liam loves the fucking royalty, but loves anything to do with like the Queen, where they brought up Balmoral, all that. If you've watched any of them, it does look like Diana was a good choice for Philip to make, not Philip, for Charles to
Yeah.
make him look a bit more appealing because he is future king. And I think maybe marrying her was a good PR for him.
Yeah. I think it was more of a PR stunt than actually them
because
two.
let's face it, she might have loved him, and she probably did because she probably did because she, as I say, she did come across as being very compassionate. As I say, I'm not really a big royalist fan. I'm not really, as I say, it's sad how she died and all that because I couldn't say what she'd be like now because who'd know?
Yeah.
She could be just like Fergie getting a fucking toe sucked by a pool. Who knows? But again, I just think it was all for Charles and not her.
Yeah.
And she got the shitty stick. And as you can see by reading the documentaries or watching them, that she had a shitty life with Charles.
Mm.
So I'll give her that. She didn't have it easy being, in the limelight with him. But as you say, I don't get overly emotional over it because I didn't know her.
Yeah. I'm the same.
It's like if the Queen was to die tomorrow, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, it'd be a loss for the country and that type of thing. And be like,
and I know that
feel sorry for them, but I
know that does sound horrible, and I don't mean it like that, but I'd be like, oh, that's sad. Oh, what am I having for me tea? It'd be, that gone. And I wouldn't really care because I don't know them.
Mm.
Like, it's different. Say, one of us lost somebody, I'm there for them. I'll be like, oh my God, is there anything you need? I'll be more compassionate because I know yous. I know what you've gone through because I've been through it myself. But for somebody who I don't know, it's like, it's different. If I know the person personally, then it's different. It's like people who I work with, if they lost somebody, I'd be there for them. I'd want to hug them. I'd want to cuddle them. I'd be asking them if they need anything. No. But the people like this who like got the fame and stuff, I don't know them, so I don't care. In the same way as I would if I knew you personally.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. I agree with that.
Do you think, though, because, say for like Diana, for instance, because her life is so public and the information is so out there and you get to know them over the years that they are in that public spotlight. And now I'm not saying it for you two because you're heartless sods.
We're not heartless, we're just fucking real.
But is it the fact that because you see so much of their life in the public eye and you get all this information throughout however long they're up with us or whatever, is that kind of that person's bond to that celebrity person, and that's where you get the emotion in? Is it like them investing that much time in, like, reading about them and stuff? Is that not where that upset can come from?
Well, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but
I mean, I can see what you're saying on that one, but
I know it's not exactly what you two would, and it's not exactly what I like. Like if
for me on that one, you're living in fantasy land, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but it's like,
it doesn't affect your life.
It's like any other famous person, though. Is like you said, you do get people who get upset and like who do wail and frantically. But is it not because of how the media, gives you all of that information freely that you build that connection with them, even though you don't know them? Like there's one or two celebrities I would happily say, you know, for some reason you've changed my life for some reason.
Like who?
There is one of them. You know.
No, I'd say as we were talking, it's down to like a role models, isn't it?
Mm.
You might not be able to physically aspire to what they are, but do set down morals that you try to aspire to.
And is this one of the reasons why people got so close into her? Because if you looked at the pictures of Buckingham Palace in the days after her death, that mound of flowers just shows how
if you
much
put it
connection
like that, like the role model, I can understand why you'd say, you know what, she was, and I will say, as I say, I'll take it, you know, understand where you come from with it. She was a role model. She done things a certain way, and I'll give her that. I say, what she done while she was alive was fantastic. You know, all the charitable work, amazing. But again, because I don't personally know them, I don't personally get. I think it's sad, yeah. And it is tragic, and I know what it's like to lose a mother at an early age, and I feel, you know, I've got that sympathy for them, like the princes, but they didn't have the hardships that, you know, like the likes of we had, because as I say, like when she died, you know, the princes, they wanted for nothing. Like when my mum died, my dad had to struggle with 5 kids. It's because they're not in the same, they haven't got the same lives. And this is what I don't understand. You know, she might be able to, you know, or people from common could relate to her. But realistically, it's like chalk and fucking cheese. You're in different fucking worlds.
Oh, they are. I mean, it's taking that they couldn't. The royals and all these people with all these living in a different world really couldn't give a shit about us.
Exactly.
As we're buying their product, buying their merchandise. That's what they're interested in, not us as individuals.
I mean, the only good thing about the monarchy is it brings a lot of tourists to this country. A lot of, you know,
the economy.
It brings to the economy. So there you go. I'll give it that. But I'm not really into it. I think it's I mean, I do think it's an archaic system.
Oh, thank God that's gone.
Just talking about the royals just for 2 more minutes, and you mentioned the prince.
Rubbing it in tonight.
You mentioned the princes there, right? You look at them and you look how differently their lives have panned out since she's gone. You've seen Harry, who wants to shy away from certain things, and you know he has openly come out. Shut up a minute. He has openly.
Whinging in the ginger. Come on.
I'm going to mute him in a minute. And he has publicly come out and said about, you know, going into therapy and, you know, going to counsellors and things like that. I just want to get your view on how both of them have kind of turned out, you know, how they've, you know, kind of dealt with, because, like, you know, we've all lost mothers. We've all dealt with it differently. We've all dealt with it at different ages, especially like for that young age of like what Harry was. What was he, like 12, something like that? How do you think they've turned out, you know, from having that very public goodbye to the mum?
I think, to be honest,
I think that was just, to be fair, I think the way they done it, I think it was a bit sly, making them follow the coffin and all that and do all the whole fucking royal protocol. All that, as I say, it's an archaic system.
Yeah,
and I think that was wrong. I mean, as I say, because I look at it as like from a personal point of view, as like, say, I lost my mum young. My younger brothers lost my mother at an even earlier age, and it's like that's just wrong, making them follow it. I mean, I understand, and to have it televised.
Yeah,
that's a very personal and private moment, like that. When you're saying your last goodbyes, that's private and personal to you and to your family, not the fucking country.
Yeah, to have it broadcast like that, the pressure that must have been on them, because let's be honest, they were during that ceremony where all the cameras are on them. They've probably been told beforehand, or they know the pressures that you can't be yourself. You've got to put this front up for the whole country to show how strong and all this kind of bollocks you are.
But Harry,
down inside, you're torn apart.
But Harry, when he done that interview with Oprah, he said he couldn't be himself. He was living in like a fishbowl or whatever. Yeah. He had to be a certain way. He had to act a certain way, and
I think he's kind of taken on. You know, if you look at William and Harry, I think they've kind of taken on. William's kind of taken on like being Charles 20 years ago, and Harry's taken on being Diana. He's like, you know,
quite possibly. History repeats itself, doesn't it?
You can just see it. And do you know what? From getting out and like, you know, taking himself out of that situation, I don't actually blame him, to be fair.
See, I don't blame him, but the only thing with that is, if you did watch that interview thing, like with Meghan, and they said that the Archbishop of Canterbury actually married them like 3 days earlier, but when the Archbishop of Canterbury was questioned over it, he's like, no. So why would they lie? It's like, I don't get it. It's like,
I've not watched the interview, to be fair. But
it's like
it's fucking cringy.
I know, but it's like, are they actually living in this real world? Did they make the whole wedding up that they had privately 3 days earlier? Because
I think with the likes of them, there's their truth, the royals' truth, and the proper truth.
Yeah, there's always three sides to a story.
Far away from each other, it's unreal. I mean, to me, watching the interview, they're living in a fucking their own little weird bubble.
Yeah, they're all fucked. They're all
the thing is, I mean, it's kind of weird where we were saying about them when they lost Diana at such an early age. But you kind of got to think from when they were born to when the mum passed away, they were in a certain way of life. There was a certain way of living. There's a certain way of doing things. And they were surrounded cocooned in that bubble.
Yeah.
So really, some of it, as weird as it would look to us, it would be normal.
It's the normal to them, yeah. I totally get it.
And the way things are done. But to watch the whinging and the minger, it was just, no. I just couldn't cast.
See, I did enjoy that, to be fair, because it was quite, telling, and it makes you think half canal. So I give them his due. Do you know what? If, as I say, live and let live, as long as they're happy, they're not harming anyone, let them be. Let fucking
But it's going back to the thing then, isn't it? Now they've turned the back on I'm not just going to say the royal family, but on the royal institution, the way of living. To me now, then, they don't or shouldn't have any claim to what they had previously, like the titles, incomes, stuff like that.
Well, I don't think they actually need it because they're making their own money now, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they've probably got more money now than what they did when they were in the royal family. And they've probably got more freedom to spend that money. Because let's face it, they've bought that fucking house in LA. They paid that outright with the Netflix bleeding, or the Spotify money that they're making, and the, what is it? The live, what? Archie live, Archwell's.
No, the little Archie thing. Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't think of what it is.
Archie Live or whatever we call it.
We need a Netflix series. Imagine us on weekly or a day in our life following us around. Fucking hell.
Now they'll be bored with me, I can tell you that for nothing.
Oh, I don't know.
We have to make stuff up. On that note, shall we do some watch-alongs?
Oh, can we do some shit and giggles?
Yeah, because that was just a bit much, that, to be fair. It was a bit heated.
Yeah, we need to
That is what we are here for.
Yeah, but you know what, I've probably come across like a bit of a...
I'm going to fucking wait in a minute. We're to lighten the moment. You know what?
Yes. Let's lighten them up.
Do you want to try it again? Do you want to start that sentence again?
No, don't. You're the pair of bastards, you just can both fuck off. Simple as that.
Well, here's our first video.
Imagine if you
911 response. Yeah, I just found a dick. A dick. I'm at 42 Pine Crescent, and there's a dick here. A dick, as in detective, as in You're telling me I'm never going to be able to look at these shoes again without thinking of the dick. Okay, we're going to send a squad car to your location. In the meantime, can you describe the dick to me, sir? Describe it? It's a dick. What's there to describe? Well, I mean, is it white, black? Does it have any distinguishing markings, tattoos, scuffs? Are there any balls attached to it? One ball. Good. Anything else? Yeah, I can see some ball wires hanging out of it. Okay. And can you tell me if this is the only dick in the immediate area? Well, I didn't exactly go searching for more of them after I saw this one. It's not like you stumble across a dick and go, I wonder if I can find a couple more of these babies around. It's dead in your tracks, you know? It makes you wonder what's wrong with the world. So to clarify, it is just the lone severed dick. Well, who's to say it was severed? Well, I don't really know, sir. I mean, I can't imagine how else it would wind up like that. Maybe it belonged to a leper. A leper, sir. Yeah, maybe a leper was jogging by and it sort of fell out of the leg of his track pants. Why would a leper be jogging? Maybe that's the question you guys need to ask yourselves, okay? Look, all I'm saying is you can't jump to conclusions here. Oh, someone's coming. I have to hide. Why? I don't want to be seen here with this leper dick. Okay. I'm hiding in the bushes. Some woman is walking by with a dog. It's a beagle. And from where I'm hiding, it appears that the dog has a dick, so we can rule them both out as potential owners of the lost dick. They're getting close to it. Oh, gross! The dog just licked it! No way! Totally, just licked it right in front of my eyes. Man, that's so nasty. Okay, the woman's looking at it now. She's kicking it a little. Why does everyone do that? I don't know. It's human instinct, I suppose. Oh no, she's bending down with the plastic bag and picking it up. She thinks it's a dog turd. She's making a stoop to scoop the poop, but she's really a quicker dicker picker upper.
This is gonna be fake.
And she's tossing it out of the bag and into the park. Oh no, she must have thought it was a biscotti or something, because she threw it right into the middle of a bunch of pigeons. And they're eating it. Little pidgeys pecking a pecker? Oh my word, they even ate the ball. Rats. No, just pigeons now. The rats made off with the shaft. Oh, well, since there's no evidence left, I'll call off the squad car. I guess this is where the story ends, my friend. I guess so. Look, I gotta go. I got a hankering for biscotti now. Farewell. Adieu.
No, that's gotta be staged.
That was fake. I mean, to be fair, it was clever.
It's quite funny.
Yeah, it was funny. It's not much
a leopard cock.
Get number 2 up.
What's your emergency? I did something bad. Is anyone hurt? I kissed somebody else. I kissed somebody else? I don't even know him. Is this an emergency?
Jessica, are you on the ground?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Didn't we have that last week?
Yeah, we had that last week.
Hang on. There was another one on here. Hang on.
I mean, they got engaged at the end of it.
Yeah.
Pizza. 911, what's your emergency?
I think somebody broke into my house. She's in my living room.
Okay, stay where you are. We're going to send someone over right now.
Hang on, I'm investigating.
You do not have to do that.
Oh, this ain't no man, it's a dog. And I hate dogs.
If there's a dog, it could be rabid. Do not approach it.
I'm approaching the rabbit dog now.
Do not approach the dog.
I think it's a labradoodle. Looks like a baby. It's coming up to me now.
Sir, get out of the room.
The dog is in my face. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, this is very nice. And now I like dogs.
So is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, it is very okay. I'm getting killed by a dog. I think I'll name him Gregory.
Okay, great. May I ask, how did the dog enter your house?
Well, I installed the doggy door last week. It's a puppy wanna come on in.
Goodbye, sir. 911, what's your emergency?
I have knife hands.
Excuse me?
I looked down and my hands were...
You're not doing too well there on that one, Bernard.
I'm not. It was only for that middle one, but I forgot I didn't cut the whole thing.
Even with your knife hand.
Even with my knife hands. Let's see what I did there.
I mean, the voice off that fella alone was just annoying as anything.
There's a door.
Emergency.
There are demon worshippers in a cul-de-sac.
Are you in immediate danger?
I think so.
Okay, what is the threat?
There's a man pulling dead squirrels out of his hat.
How is that a threat?
The kids are singing devil songs, whacking a horse effigy. Oh, Lord, they're eating what came out at his head.
Ma'am, do you see any party streamers?
Yes.
Do you see a cake?
You mean a pagan pastry? I do.
That is a child's birthday party. Ma'am?
I'd like to report a hate crime.
A hate crime?
Yes, I was not invited to my neighbor's kid's party.
All right, well, Paradise is a small town. You are actually not the first person to call about this. The child in question is very popular, but his parents limited the guest list to 20.
I needed to hear that.
You know what's really frightening about that one is that other people have phoned up complaining they weren't invited to a kid's party.
A pagan
Really?
pastry.
I mean,
I want a
you
pagan
don't get invited,
pastry.
you don't get invited. What the fuck are you phoning police for? Oh,
No.
God, I'm sorry, but there is a lot of dickheads out there. Entitled whingers. I wasn't invited to the party. It's like, oh, fuck off. I'm not invited to a lot of
I was
parties.
going to say, you can tell he's not been invited to many parties.
Yeah, the bitterness is coming out now. All these ones I was not invited to. I never phoned the fucking police up on it.
You should have.
No, I just
You might have got the answer. Might have got the answer.
no, just break in and rob all the presents.
Not like the Grinch.
Yeah, take them all. Fucking burn it. I'll have a pagan bonfire.
Got a pagan
No, but
pastry.
some people need to fucking get a grip.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they whinge
Okay.
on about. And what? Who cares? That's the problem with this social media. TikTok and fucking Twitwat. Where you get people going on there. You fucking started me now.
I was going to say, and he said he didn't have anything to
Yeah.
moan
Yeah.
about.
What's
So,
annoying
on that
you?
note, get moaning.
No, stop now.
No, you
No,
said
no,
on TikTok.
no.
No, go.
No, it is. It's just fucking whiny people that feel entitled. And you're just not entitled to anything. Just fucking stop your crying. Oh, God. And to phone police up over actions that petty. No wonder these kids are looking at you and growing up fucking worse. Oh, it should be National Smack a Dickhead Day.
I'll agree with that.
I know I'll probably get punched a few
I
times.
was going to say,
That's not the
I'll
point.
probably get a fucking smack also.
But to be honest, if I came out with bollocks like that, I deserve a smack. I'd slap me fucking self. Right, back to you, Sue.
I knew we're getting ranting about something.
Oh, no.
And he was going, I haven't got none this week. I
You know
don't
what?
know.
I was going so good then. I was doing well. Right up to the end there, me and my little, turning over a leaf. I was fine.
Now you're using your halo as a cock ring.
No more than usual. Then again, it's going to have to be a very small halo.
I'm not saying nothing.
On that note, I think we will come to a close.
It's been very political tonight, hasn't it?
You know what's on it?
And a
We
little
will be
bit,
doing
you know,
better 911 calls but next time. If Bennett pulls his finger out, because he's like our moderator and our boss. Aren't you, Captain? He keeps us in check, or tries to.
Keep you in check. What do you know? I should have one of them beep buttons on my keyboard.
No,
yeah,
all you're doing, beep.
yeah.
Like
There'd
a
be no
hot
sound.
monitor. Beep, beep, beep.
There'd be no sound. It'd just be a constant beep.
White noise for an hour.
Well, let's be honest. You listen to us, three idiots ramble on. Of course, it's just the same as listening to
I know, yeah.
If you have any comments about what we've talked about tonight or anything that we have talked about, just throw us a message. Share our videos, share our page, like everything. interact with us, say hi.
I want to be interacted with.
You're not being interacted with. No, just no.
No, I don't mind being interacted with.
If anyone wants to interact with Ian, it's Ian Harper on Facebook. Don't do it. Just don't.
You'll be scarred for life.
You'll be scarred for life.
Yeah. It can be arranged. Go on then.
On that note, fellas, we'll say ta-ra.
Thank you and goodbye.
Good night, everyone.